Welcome to Trading Sadhguru. Mm, Before we proceed for analysis, let us have a look at what we expected yesterday and what has actually happened today. Yeah, here it is. Um, Let us first look at the video. Yeah, here it is. So this is what we expected. If market opens gap up somewhere around 300 to 350, so we will take a view that market will give up the gain and it will try to come back towards this level, that is 25,200 to 250. So what has actually happened? Market has opened gap up around 25,270 and made a higher around 25,310, exactly in this range. So our expectation was, so our analysis was to buy 400 or 300 P. Okay. So this gave a very good, perfect opportunity for a downside movement. Somebody who had entered at the top would have made a decent amount of money all the way till 25,060, around 270 to 290 rupees. Okay, all the way move. So, and if the market open gap down or in the first 15, 20 minutes or half an hour, if it goes down towards 25,150, then our expectation was that market may tend to move up post reaching 25,150. So this has also to some extent worked, but not fully worked because market closed at 25,145 just below this level. Okay, in intraday one would have made the money, but one needed to be very quick. But the perfect opportunity was gap up and subsequent movement towards 25,310. If you had bought any of these PEs and sat, did nothing or forgot about that trade, and if you had come back at any point, you would have made a decent, almost double, triple the amount one had invested. Okay. So let us look at what has actually happened and how the price of 25,350 PE moved. Okay. Let me erase these markings so that it is clear. Fresh. Yeah. You can see here. This is our Nifty index on a 15 minutes time frame. And this is the option 20,350 that is on 15 minutes time frame. Both are on the same time frames. So if you look here, so this is 13th October. Okay. And this is 14th October. Okay. So the day started here somewhere. Yeah, here. For Nifty, the day that is 14th October started here. Okay. For this option on the downside, price opened from here. Okay. So when we got a gap up and few more points, 30, 40 points more. So this was the top rate and this is the bottom, exactly the bottom made by this option, that is around 68 or 70 rupees. Okay. And from here it has traveled all the way to just near 300 rupees. So value may not be exact, 290 to 300 rupees. Okay. So where is 60 or where is 300, 60, 70 and where is 300? So almost 4x trade. Okay. All the way here. And it closed around 204 rupees. Okay. So this was the high made by Nifty 25,310 and this is the low made 25,060 and we can notice that 25,050 is acting as a decent support here. Okay. And there is a recovery from the bottom and finally closed around 25,123. So this was the trade we were talking about, 25,350 PE. Somebody who had entered at 310. So high being the 310 or any of these candles would have made a 4x trade. Okay. 4 times the amount that you invested. So Nifty is 1 day up, 1 day down. So how should we be positioned for tomorrow? Okay. So this is also 15 minutes time frame. You can see here. This is the high made 25,310 and this is the low made 25,060 and closed around 25,000. Not the average closes around 25,145. Okay. So for tomorrow, what should be our strategy? Okay, if you're trading Nifty, what should be our strategy? So we expect the market to test this level again, 25,050 level, say 60 or 50, 25,000, and see what happens. If in case there is any gap down, so better to wait whether 25,000 holds or market gives up this 25,000 level and comfortably trades below this for 10 to 15 minutes. Then you can look for a target of 24,850 followed by 600 in a day or two. Okay, so the immediate target we would be looking is 850. Okay, suppose market opens neutral and then moves trends to move upward. So what is the level that we should be looking at? Okay, the first one would be 25,000. Suppose market opens around 25,150, let us say. Okay, so we will expect a move towards 25,250 followed by 25,300. So we don't expect any big move on upside. Uh, Maximum is 150 points on upside. Scope is we will limit our view to only 150 points. If market gives, it's fine. But for the sake of analysis, we limit our view upside view to 25,300 for tomorrow. Okay, so on the downside, it depends where the market opens. In case it opens neutral and moves down, so this is a 25,050 to 25,000 is the zone to watch out. Breach of which and sustenance below for 10 to 15 minutes will open the doors for 24,850 and followed by 600 level. So we will limit our view to 24,850. 24,850. So downside limit, our limit is 850 and the scope on the downside we expect is more for tomorrow because we have seen that 25,000 to 25,050 has been acting as a decent support not just for a day or two. If you just go back and see, let us zoom out so that we get to see more candles. You see, so what is this value? 25,000 and this value is 25,000. So 25,000 is protected. If I want to draw a line, horizontal line or a ray, you can easily see 25,000 is protected. So this has been acting as a good support since when? Since 6th of October. Okay. So for over a week, this has been a decent support for Nifty. A breach of which will open for doors, as I told you, 850 level in a day or two, 600. Okay. So these levels are important for us. 300 on upside and 25,000 to 25,050 on the downside are the levels to watch out. See, don't enter the if market opens a few points, 30, 40 points just here and there. Don't rush to enter into any trade. Observe the market only at the levels that you analyze. Say 25,000 to 25,050, you want to take a trade, then you can think of, because you are at the boundary of the levels which are valid, which have been valid for the last 1 week. Okay. Randomly, if you enter, then it depends. Sometimes you may be lucky, sometimes you may not be lucky. So you are not under the control. If you are entering at the borders, you with a stop loss, then you are in full control. In case the market negates your view, stop loss is there to get out with a minimum loss or predefined loss. Okay. So protecting capital is more important than making double triple on the same day. Okay, so protect the capital so that you are there in the market for a long time. Okay, and losses can be limited using stop loss orders or strategies where you have a predefined loss before you enter the strategy. You know it. Okay, so in case somebody is very small trader and there is a limitation of capital, then the stop loss is the best one if you are only taking trades in one direction. That's all for now. Take care. Bye bye.